Three Reds are back in Man United's training ahead of our trip to Viktoria, Plzen. Certainly, there is one who will excite you. My name is Webb. Welcome to the United Sport. Thank you guys for liking our videos. I can see there is a significant increase in the number of people who click the like button on our videos. For me, that's the least you can do. As well, I do remind you to subscribe to become a member of the United Sport as well as we keep growing together in this community of Man United positivity. Take note of that. That's the keyword. My name is Webb. Let's get it now. Three Reds have been confirmed back in training today. That's Johnny Evans, Victor Lindelof, and Toby Collyer. The three of those are back training, and this for some might not be that huge a boost because I mean obviously we've got so many options, especially in the back line where Johnny Evans and Victor Lindelof play. I know so many people who don't think Lindelof has a lot of contributions to make at Man United, but don't you rule him out before they've seen him play because one man's meat, they say, is another man's poison. We might be writing off or ruling off Victor Lindelof, yet in the back three that the boss loves to play, he could be impeccable. So you never know. For me, it's a good thing that it gives the opportunity to the manager to look at all of them. That's Amrim to look at all of them and see who exactly is good enough and make a fair judgment and decision on their future. For Evans, he has had him before, played his first game against Ipswich before he dropped off through injury. So, but also we know that Evans is in that age where he's just playing extras and collecting a few more pounds to save his family from anything perhaps he couldn't have dealt with before. But the thing for me, that the return that excites me the most for me is Toby Collyer because first of all, this boy has proved to us that he's a star in the he has the potential to be a star player, and given the fact that he plays in a position, his natural position, holding midfield, is one where there are not so many that good. And for me, even if he was thrown in the deep end against Liverpool, if you do recall, when he came off the bench for it should have been Casemiro and played against Liverpool, and it wasn't really the best of games, but you saw him show signs of a player who can ball, but also his ability to play in other positions because I remember Eric Ten Hag playing him on the left before. For me, for a 20-year-old, it shows there is talent in those feet. There is smartness in that head because a player who plays holding midfield is always supposed to be smart. So I feel for me, given that we've got Ruben Amorim in as the boss, it is perfect that this boy gets back in training to get a chance to train under Amorim because he might impress Amorim and he puts him in his long-term plans for the team because you think about it in the midfield where we know we want to buy perhaps players. We've got Ogate and Kobe who are our core guys. When they are not there, we struggle. We struggle with Eriksen and Casemiro. Players, certain people don't want to see on the pitch, understandably because they have aged. So for me, having an extra Toby Collyer who can probably come in and give you 20 minutes when Kobe to give rest to Kobe because we've watched games where Kobe was really tired, but also him being groomed, I thought it's a good thing, and it also might give us a chance to keep him because there were talks that Ruud van Nistelrooy wants to take him on loan to Leicester City. Now, I don't think Man United is in position to loan out a player who plays the position Toby Collyer plays. I don't think we're in position to do that. We need more players. You see how we have so many defenders? I think we need more midfielders because Christian Eriksen is negligible. Casemiro is not consistent. He's on and off. But you don't bank on him. You need that young other player who can be a proper backup, groomed to be perhaps one who will push Kobe in the future or even Ugarte himself. So for me, I think it's a good development seeing Toby Collyer back. But even if we wanted to loan him out or even sell him, I think him returning will certainly just contribute to him being fit enough for a sell or for a loan move because no one is going to get a player on loan if they have not been playing for a long time. So it's beautiful. I love it. I mean, we are talking a club that's looking at young kids and young players, trying to give them a chance and see how they improve under the new boss. So certainly for me, Collyer's return is an impeccable development. Now, of course, I don't expect him to play against Victoria Plzen, honestly. I don't, because he has been out for some time. I think whereas Ruben Amorim is in the habit of trusting players who are just returning from injury, I don't think he will throw this kid in the deep end in a game like that where Man United is desperate to win. I've been watching videos of players training away. They traveled already, of course. I've been watching them train, and you clearly see a group of lads that is enjoying their football. You know, that's the funny thing is we've lost two games, but you look at the players and you see a sense of enjoyment, and that shows even a sense of confidence from the managers, and that shows you a group of lads who are sure about what they are doing and how good they will become at the right time. So I don't think like Rio Ferdinand said recently after they lost to Nottingham Forest, saying we are in shambles. I quite don't believe in that. I don't think we are. I think we were in shambles a while ago, but I feel like there has been steady progress in at Man United since the departure of Eric Ten Hag, since Ruud van Nistelrooy, and there are people who will say that Amorim has not improved United on where Ruud van Nistelrooy left it, just based on just results. I actually totally disagree with that. I actually feel that Amorim has improved Man United in so many things in a short time. The identity, because losing a new identity and it's beginning to look good and click. The identity, the mentality of the players, I feel, has changed, but also the joy of the players, because who won't be happy? Which player won't be happy playing in a rotation? How on earth won't you be happy if you know you've got a chance to play the next game, and you can convince the coach that you're the guy, you're important, you're also making a contribution to the team. There are players who perhaps had in their heads given up on a chance at all to ever start a competitive game of football for Man United, and there they were starting against Arsenal at Emirates. I'm talking players like Mason Mount. I'm talking players like Tyrell Malaysia. So with such a manager, I think players are just certainly supposed to be happy. And when footballers are happy, guys, it's a matter of time. When footballers are happy, they will give you results. They will fight for you. They will perform for you, and they will certainly show you that they've got the talent, because they are not there by mistake. So for me, I thought the footage I saw was good. I don't want to dig into starting 11 and who he'll bring in, because without a doubt, what Ruben Amorim has proven, because he's not a respect of players, I think he has proved that each player can contribute. So whichever player he trusts to come out there and start the game should be able really to deal with this Viktoria Plzen side, because it should be the easiest of about 8 games we've got to play, 7 or 8 coming games for Man United. So if we don't beat Viktoria Plzen, regardless of them being at home, I think again it's inviting more pressure and more scrutiny, and of course, everyone will be questioning whether indeed Ruben Amorim and his playing style that people get, because it's quite alien to some. It's rare to see a team in the Premier League, Man United especially, play a back three. So if it loses a third game, or it fails to beat, because even a draw would feel like a loss to Man United supporters. If United fail to beat Viktoria Plzen, if they fail to improve on key things that we struggled with, defending set pieces, being more clinical, the hunger and wanting the game, if all the things fail to improve, certainly people are going to start questioning, of course, Amorim. Not that that would mean he's going to be sacked, but it certainly disorganizes the team and and the whole rebuild that's going on about Man United. So it's an important game. It's a Europa League game, quite an important one. I'll predict it in my next video, probably, or later in the night, or even tomorrow. But there's a press conference, and we'll be back here to react to it. We're going to dig into the statements that Ruben Amorim will make as we get proper to look further. Just know, guys, there's a lot of work going on at Man United, especially when it comes to player recruitment and, of course, departures and exits. There's quite a number of players who are going to be leaving. I think later on I'll be telling you about just how many players are safe under Ruben Amorim, according to what we hear is the report he gave. I've told you of the famous report he gave to his bosses about the players after testing most of, if not all of them, those who are fit at least. So I'm going to give it to you, and I'll tell you there are some players who will surprise you. There are only a handful of players who are safe under Ruben Amorim. Most players are not unsellable. Guys, business is unusual at Man United. Subscribe, like, and share. My name is Webb. Let me catch you later, man.